We're halfway through 2024, so it's time again to look at home prices here in the community of Trilogy. And we are seeing some changes, so stick around and we'll go over the most recent sales numbers for homes here in the community of Trilogy at Glen Ivy. Hi, my name is Casey, and on this channel, I share information and tips for seniors looking to buy or sell a home here in Southern California. And in this video, I'm going to share the most recent information about homes sold in the community of Trilogy at Glen Ivy. And if you've watched any of my previous videos, then you know that I like to track and share information on 5 different categories. And as a homeowner myself, I feel these are the most important numbers because they really do help you understand what's happening in the real estate market. Okay, so let's take a look at home prices for the second quarter of 2024, and this will include homes sold between April 1st and June 30th of 2024. And let's start with the average sales price. Now, the average sales price of a single-family home in Trilogy was $674,550, with prices ranging from a low of $550,000 all the way up to a high of $865,000. And if you take a look back at home prices in the first quarter of this year, the average sales price was $680,000. Now, home prices have dropped, but less than 1%. And if you're curious, the highest price home sold in Trilogy was located at 23858 Caleb Drive. Now, this was the San Mateo model, with 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, 2,253 square feet of living space, plus a 3-car attached garage. This home was nicely upgraded and in very good condition. Plus, the home was located directly on the golf course with beautiful views from the backyard. And this was the highest priced home sold in Trilogy in the second quarter at $865,000. Next, let's take a look at the number of homes that were actually sold. And during the second quarter of this year, there were a total of 10 homes sold in Trilogy. And this is exactly the same as what we saw in the first quarter of this year. Next, let's take a look at the average days on market. And this is the category where we saw the biggest changes. During the second quarter, the average number of days it took to sell a home in Trilogy was 46 days. And this is almost doubled since the first quarter, when homes were selling in just 25 days. So what does this change mean? Well, it shows that the real estate market is starting to feel the effects of our current economy. And the first issue is mortgage rates. Interest rates have increased significantly in the past 2 years. And with current mortgage rates right around 7%, buyers are being much more cautious right now. And even though most experts predicted that mortgage rates would fall this year, we just haven't seen it happen yet. Plus, rising inflation is starting to have an impact on home sales. Now, a lot of people have tried to downplay inflation, but the truth is, it is affecting just about everyone I talk to. And the rising costs of gasoline, groceries, and just everyday essentials are having a big impact on home buyers. Budgets are being stretched very thin, and it's not surprising to see buyers putting home purchases on hold, at least for now. Next, let's take a look at the number of homes currently for sale. And right now, there are 15 single-family homes currently for sale in the community of Trilogy. Plus, there are 3 condos for sale too, so that makes a total of 18 homes currently for sale in the community. And this number has remained pretty steady since the first of the year. So just a quick recap. The average sales price of a single-family home in Trilogy was $674,550. The highest priced home sold was priced at $865,000. There were 10 homes sold in the second quarter of this year. The average number of days it took to sell a home was 46 days, and there are currently 18 homes currently for sale in the community of Trilogy at Glen Ivy. Now, in addition to these numbers, we did have a few condominiums sell in the second quarter as well. So let's take a look at those numbers too. The average sales price of a condo was $597,500. The highest price condo sold was $610,000. There were a total of 3 condos sold during the second quarter, and the average number of days it took to sell a condo was 15 days. And as I mentioned earlier, there are 3 condos currently for sale in the community. So as you can see, we are starting to see some changes in the housing market here in Trilogy. The average sales price is down slightly, and it's definitely taking longer to sell a home here. And buyers are feeling the effects of higher mortgage rates and rising inflation. And as a realtor, I can tell you that the number of people actively searching for a home right now is down, and the homes currently for sale just aren't getting the same number of showings as we saw this time last year. But does this mean the real estate market is crashing here in Trilogy? I really don't think so. But buyers are definitely being more cautious, and with more homes currently for sale, buyers are able to be more selective too. So as we move into the second half of 2024, one of the most important things to consider if you're trying to sell your home is pricing. Pricing is always important, but it's even more important in a slower market. And with more homes on the market now as compared to this time last year, you really need to get this one right. Because the reality is, if a home is priced correctly, it will sell. but a home that's priced too high will simply sit on the market as buyers wait to see what happens with mortgage rates and inflation. So that's our recap of home prices for the second quarter of 2024 here in Trilogy. And I really hope you found the information helpful. And if you're curious about any of the homes currently for sale, I have links down below that will show you every home for sale in the community of Trilogy and across the way in the community of Terramor. And if you have any real estate questions, you can give me a call or a text anytime, and I'll put my number up on the screen. And I have all of my contact information located in the description down below.